Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Jason Lucchese and welcome to another training video. We're going to be covering some must-haves in today's video where we're going to be going over everything that you need to know for choosing a market that you could be doing virtual wholesaling from. This is a big, gigantic topic that you are going to want to stay glued to and watch the whole entire thing. I've got 5 simple strategies that you can execute and won't take you any time at all so that you can choose a market and you could start getting in there as soon as possible and start seeing profits immediately. So this video is all about you. Make sure you subscribe so that I know that you are here, you're watching this, and then also to let me know which market you're currently in, because I've had some folks that have contacted me. They're from New York. They can't do any transactions right now. California folks are stuck inside. They cannot do anything. Illinois is the same. So let me know, drop a comment below. Let me know what market you're currently in. Then I'm going to ask you a question at the end of the video after you're done seeing everything that we go over in this training. So make sure you subscribe because we're going to be dropping videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and this is going to be helping you out substantially with everything that's going on right now with the market and the recession that we're currently in. So here's the video. I'm going to take you to my computer so you can see exactly what we're doing. Here we go. All right, hey, here we are. We're gonna start looking into markets so you know exactly what type of markets to stay in, which markets to stay away from, and this will give you a better idea of which types of markets that you would like to start hitting up. Now, here I am on Google. I'm gonna make this super simple for you so you could find whatever market information you need and you can make the right decisions to either go into those markets or stay away, because with the information I'm gonna show you, it's gonna be a pretty clear indication which markets you can go into and see success and which markets you should probably stay away from because you're not going to see much success and it's going to be completely wasting your time. I've already put together the words that I wanted to do. So here I have top 10 rental markets is what I have. And then I click enter. And what's going to pop up is the top 10 best places to buy rental property in 2020. You can see that it shows all of the rental properties right here, the top 10. This is a pretty good website too. And you can see here, it gives all of them. Now I'm in Indianapolis. We're number 6, which I love. I'm not going to use my market though, because I already know my market's a good market, or else I probably wouldn't be doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some research. Best thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2020 market trends as the word here. Market trends, Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm going to put in Zillow at the end. I'm going to click enter, and what's going to happen is it's going to pop up with Zillow giving us market information. So what I do is I'm going to click on the first one there, and it's going to tell me a little bit of some information. So right now you can see the market is very hot, even though we have, this recession going on right now. The best thing that I could see is people are still buying. I just went and looked at some properties today. I was talking to some agents and they say business is still going as usual and that there is a little bit of some individuals that aren't proceeding forward as usual, but that's a very small percentage. So Jacksonville, Florida is a very hot market. You could see the information. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you here, but this is good to know. And as we scroll down here, you can see that the housing market forecast is still trending up, even though Zillow knows that we are facing some sort of a crisis, a recession right now. We're still in the very small, early stages of what's going on in the market as far as a potential recession. But we can see here, median listing is 217. Median sales price is 185. So we're seeing that there's overall good market health going on in this area. Delinquent mortgages are down at 1.9%. The US average is 1.1%, and that's based off of June 30th of 2018. So it is going over a 1-year period, so it could show that information. Homes with negative equity is at 11.2%, 8.2% is US average, so not too bad. Average days on Zillow. So this is different than the MLS, and we'll show you some data here in just a minute to support that. This is absolutely going to be completely different than what you're going to see on the MLS, your multiple listing service. So we see 82 days on market here. So as we scroll down, we could see listing and sales, and you can see that listings and sales are climbing. Ever since 2013, they've been climbing up exponentially since currently right now in the marketplace as of 2020. And as we scroll down here, we could see that it's also a pretty solid rental market. Rents are getting a decent amount of money, and people own a decent amount of homes in the Jacksonville area to warrant it a good solid rental market. So from my first take of looking at Zillow, I can tell you that this is going to be a really great market from wholesaling rental properties to landlords for those individuals. Now, right now, individuals are still going to be buying, and yes, it is a little tough out there right now for people to get rent. So you're going to have to really look at the particular type of buyer you're going to go after, mainly because it has to be a buyer that's not solely depending on rental income, because we're seeing a lot of individuals taking a bath right now by solely depending on rental income. So that is that particular one with Zillow. We're going to scroll on over here now, and I've already got this one pulled up. I'm just going to add Redfin at the back end so that I could pull up the Redfin information for me too, because that's also going to give me some supporting data that I could take. Even though I feel really comfortable already just from looking at what Zillow said, it's really good to do your due diligence to make sure before you invest your time and potentially your money into that market, like from a marketing standpoint, you want to make sure you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So I'm going to type that in, I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to pop up Redfin information. Main things that I'm looking at, house prices and trends. So I'm going to click on this button here. It's going to pull up all the information that I need on the right side here. It's going to give me market insights. So 66, somewhat competitive. So that's, that's good, right? You don't have an 80 or a 90 or higher. So 66 is still a really great score, in my opinion, for getting involved and it not being too overpopulated with other investors doing the same thing that you want to do in those markets. So home prices in Jacksonville, 207,000, not too far off of what Zillow said. Price per square footage. And then you can see some recently sold transactions over here. Schools in Jacksonville, those are going to be big here in just a sec with what I'm going to show you. And that's the information that I would gather really quickly from Redfin. Again, I want you to do these things. They're going to be super simple for you to execute. So as we have the information from Redfin, we could go on to the next one. Again, I want to keep this really simple for you guys. We're going to head on over to Trulia. It is the same type of platform as Zillow since they bought each other out, but they do have different data that I just want to show you. It's really quick, doesn't take a lot of time. So again, this one's Trulia. I'm going to click enter and I'm going to click on that first one that pops up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. These are all the houses that are currently for sale. And then it's going to give us some market information. So the medium sales price is 200,000, and you could click this open. You could see that the market trends are pretty steady. It dipped just a little bit, and that's normal for a lot of markets to dip around end of February, March, and April, because a lot of stuff is going on as far as the market. It's not a time when everybody's wanting to move. And also to end of April, kids, spring breaks, all that type of stuff. So a lot of people really aren't thinking moving at that time. That's when markets start to take a little bit of a incline. After spring break's over with, people start thinking about, hey, if we're going to move, let's do the move right now. And then it starts going to June, and you can see that it's been increasing. It shows you average per square foot and additional information if you're looking for different styles of home. Now, this is really going to be important, so pay attention. If you have an investor that's wanting to purchase properties, like say a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, you could come right here and you could see what the average price is. And it's going to be able to give you all the information that you need for what you can expect to get properties at. Now, you're going to obviously have to do your due diligence on each in particular property, and it'll be able to do that. You could do that with Zillow. You could do that with several other aspects, and we could go over that in another video. If you think that would be something that you would like, make sure you drop a comment below and say, hey, Jason, I would really love for you to go over how you evaluate properties and come up with a value and determine your maximum allowable offer. If you want that, make sure you drop a comment below. I'll be more than happy to go over that with you in another video. Now, the last part of this is we are going to a website called city-data.com. Now, Now, city-data.com carries a lot of great information. This is going to be able to tell you everything that you need to know on top of what we just discussed. As of right now, it's 84 degrees down there, but that's not what we want to talk about. We want to see population numbers. Some of the information might be a little bit old since it's already 2020. It depends on when the census does their information. We could see estimated medium household income. We could see medium house or condo value. All of that information is extremely important to do. Now, the things that we're going to start seeing here that I really wanted to point out to you here is employment. And you're going to see here in just a second, I'm going to scroll down here. Now there's a lot of valuable data on here. The main thing, I'm going to keep scrolling down here. I want you to see the unemployment stuff, and then we'll come back and take a look at some of the other things so that you could see exactly what that means. So as of March 2019, and that's, it's a year ago, but still, it's going to show some really good numbers here that I want you to see. And that is, they've got a 3.3% unemployment rate, which here typically means that's what it is in the whole state of Jacksonville and then Florida. So those are the legends right here of what these particular data means. So it's slightly above of what the whole entire state is. And then the national average for US across the board is going to be a little over 5%. So it's definitely below it. So this is really good data as far as knowing that there's people there, there's jobs, the unemployment rates are low. So it is a really good market to get yourself invested into. Also, too, some of the big things that I look for is hospitals. Those are what are job creators. There's always going to be a need for hospitals. People are always going to be working at hospitals. There's always a need for it. There's airports. Cool thing, there's an Amtrak station. Biggest colleges, universities in Jacksonville. So there's a lot. We've got Florida State there, University of Florida. You guys can read the rest of them. But there's tons of great things there as far as employment and why people would want to live there. Also, one of the great things that I really want to point out to you here is tourist attractions. This could also mean that it could be a really great short-term rental market as well for Airbnbs, VRBOs. It could be an investor that really wants those types of properties and is thriving in a community within Florida, because there are a lot of Airbnb type properties in that area. So it's really good to know of all of these places. You can see there is a ton of different types of tourist things and a lot of stuff that's going on down in the Florida area. It's really good to know all of the things that are down there, because that's going to help you out quite a bit with determining, is there jobs? What's the unemployment rate? What does housing look like? Is it a rental community or not? This, depending on the types of deals that you get down there, they could be fix and flips, they could be buy and holds. It doesn't really matter. Right now, the Florida area in general is a great area for short-term rentals. If you get multifamily, great opportunity there too. Fix and flip properties, you're going to have a really great opportunity. And all you need to do when you're looking at these types of places is just make sure you do exactly what we talked about in the beginning with checking out the top 10 rental markets, top 10 real estate markets, and start going from there. If you aren't finding anything that you like personally within the top 10, go to the top 20 and then do the same exact thing that we just went over in this video, and you can execute that to your perfection. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch the whole video. Please let me know, drop a comment below. Which market are you thinking of potentially doing some virtual wholesaling in? It could be your own backyard, but right now some folks are stuck. They can't do any transactions like New York, California, Illinois, and I'm sure some other states are going to follow suit as well. So make sure, let me know where you are looking to do some virtual wholesaling in, because we might be looking to do partnerships with folks in other parts of the country. So do that. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know which market you're currently in. Also, let me know what market you're potentially thinking of doing some virtual wholesaling in. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're having videos coming out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And when you subscribe, you will get an instant notification. All you have to do is click that little bell that's right here. And when you click on that bell, you'll receive a notification to your phone of new videos that are out. So it's really important. We want to make sure that you're getting all of the cutting edge information. So make sure you drop us that comment below with the market that you're currently in, the market that you're potentially thinking of going into, And if we could partner up with you, we could do some stuff to where we could help folks, help you, help us, and create win-win-win situations. We're all about that. But thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye now.